Welcome to Covering the Bases with the Mets. I'm Teresa Aronson from the St. Lucie County Chamber of Commerce. It is my pleasure, my honor to host this event every third Monday of the month. We do it at noon right here at the SLC TV studios at the corner of 25th and Virginia. The public's welcome to join us. We throw in Jimmy John's subs, some iced tea, and we have a little bit of fun here. We always do trivia and we give away some prizes. And of course, we do it only with our partners at the Mets. And today, filling in for Paul Taglieri is the one, the only Lauren Diacedes. How are you, Lauren?
I'm good.
Lauren, what is your title at the Mets?
Director of Sales and Corporate Partnership.
And so what does that mean? You're in charge of working with the businesses in the community?
Mm-hmm. So I handle all of our sponsorships, any corporate advertising. So when you come to our stadium and you see all the different local businesses and signs up and the commercials, that's all me.
That's all you. And then you were in charge of the sponsor trip that you just took in July this year. I think you guys went.
Yep.
And I was fortunate to go with you. We had a great time.
That was awesome. We took probably a handful, 20 or so, and they got to bring a guest to New York and brought them onto the field and then the suite and did some fun activities. So
it was crazy fun. And I was telling somebody the other day that, you know, obviously you're in City Stadium now and no longer in Shea, but City Stadium is like a small resort where they play baseball.
Yeah, it's actually City Field.
City Field. So you can't say City Stadium. You're right, City Field.
But City Field is huge. It was built, I think opening day was in 2009. And you can walk around the whole stadium. There's bars, there's restaurants. The suite levels are insane.
The suite levels are insane.
They have a tribute to Shea Stadium with the Shea Bridge. So there's some aspects of Shea Stadium there that all around the stadium, and it's in the heart of Queens, so it's pretty awesome.
All right, well, the trip was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and it was a great crowd, great partners that you have, and so I really enjoyed it. And the access that you guys allowed us to have was amazing. Yeah. The secret doors and
I've never been down there either. So
there was a secret door behind the seats right behind home plate.
Oh yeah, for the free food and everything.
Yeah, they brought food to you free at those seats. It was crazy.
Yeah, and I felt like in our suite they just kept bringing food out and like they were full on pies when we left.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So
it was a lot of fun though, and thank you for taking me. I always enjoy that trip.
We had a great time.
I like to get to know the other sponsors, so it's a lot of fun. Well, season's over.
Season's over.
And so we're going to be gearing up for spring training.
Yeah.
Anything you need to tell us about spring training?
I can't say anything yet, but hopefully the schedule will be out soon, much sooner than in years past. So we're excited.
Yeah, we're excited. And then the renovations, you'll just start right after spring training, right?
I'm not sure. I think they may be doing some this fall, but I'm not 100%. That's a Paul question.
Okay, and Paul is away for work this week.
He is. He was in Syracuse with our other affiliate.
And what affiliate is in Syracuse?
Well, right now it's the AAA team for the Nationals, but the Mets acquired it last year. Finished out the Nationals contract with Syracuse Chiefs, and it'll be the Mets affiliate. AAA affiliate next year. That's 2019.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
All right, right near Binghamton.
Right near Binghamton.
Good. The Rumble Ponies,
Your
my
favorite.
I know, I do love the Rumble Ponies. Well, we have a great guest today. We're going to visit with Easter Seals. Awesome. And then, of course, I think my office has some trivia lined up for us, so we'll be able to do that. And I'm not sure if I'm going to play today or if we'll get a volunteer from the audience, because I feel like it's
going to be hard. It's
not going to be hard. It's on leadership because, of course, you went through leadership last year, and Casey's going through this year, and we're accepting applications till mid-September. So we're kind of promoting leadership. So we're going to do a little leadership trivia. Eric's going through it this year too.
I'm 100% on board with leadership.
Yeah,
it's a great opportunity to see everything that the county has to offer.
Good.
Behind the scenes.
Maybe we'll pull Eric up here to do the trivia with you since he's not quite finished yet, but we'll see. All right. Well, we'll be right back, everybody. We're going to visit with Easter Seals. back to Covering the Bases with the Mets. I'm Teresa Aronson. I'm here with my co-host for the month. It's Lauren Diacetis. She is the Director of Community Relations and Corporate Sponsorship.
Sales
Just
and
say
corporate.
yes.
Yes.
I knew
All
it
of
was
the
even
above.
sales and corporate sponsorship.
Yeah. Yep.
Very good. And we are, of course, with our guests this month, as many of you know and our audience know who's been with us before. We like to feature a service industry, a nonprofit providing a service throughout here, throughout St. Lucie County. And we've visited with some great nonprofits over the year, and it's been great getting to know the resources that are available to our residents. So please welcome from Easter Seals today, Sue Ventura. She's the president and CEO. And Easter Seals, everybody's heard of Easter Seals, I feel like, but do they know exactly really what you do?
We're trying to change that
Okay.
because absolutely Easter Seals, what does that mean? But we serve children and adults who have disabilities, and our mission is to change the way the world defines and views disabilities. And right here in St. Lucie County, and on the Treasure Coast, we operate the Early Steps program.
Right.
And we're reaching so many families who need us right here in this community through our early intervention program known as Early Steps.
And I've heard of Early Steps before. I serve on the round table, and you know, Sean Boyle is always doing shows with us. So I've heard of Early Steps, but tell us more about what the program is.
Sure, and Sean and the Children's Services Council St. Lucie County is one of our partners, and they're just amazing with us supporting our work. And so Early Step comes out of a federal law, the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, known as IDEA, and that's the same law that gives children a public school education, children with disabilities a public school education. So the part for early identification and early intervention is in Florida called Early Step. And so it's a partnership of federal funding and state funding through the Department of Health.
Okay.
So our goal is to identify as many infants and toddlers as we can who have a developmental delay and may need our services to help maximize their skills and get them ready for kindergarten and a really wonderful, productive life. So
how do you find them? Like, how do you get visits from people that leave the hospital, or how do you?
We work closely with the hospitals, the pediatricians, letting the community know through programs like this. So thank you so much for having us. Just making sure our staff is out in the community holding events and making sure that people can find us and can come in and have an evaluation of their child and find out if they're eligible for services.
Okay, because Lauren, you just had a baby a year ago.
He'll be 15 months.
This soon?
Yeah.
And no, a long time from now. But did you do the home visit? Because I know in St. Lucie County, everybody that has a baby in a hospital, whether you're actually in Martin or St. Lucie County, you can have a free home visit from somebody to come and just sort of assess how it's going. Did you do that?
Yes. That was just more of like the newborn stage
Right.
that they came in, and they checked both me and the baby. He was a NICU baby, so they came twice. He was just a big baby.
And do
He
you
was
work
in
with
NICU.
them?
There's eligibility guidelines for the Early Steps programs, but one of the things that any family can do is we have a special website that you can connect either through Easter Seals, but called Make the First 5 Count. And through that, anybody can for free take the Ages and Stages questionnaire and work with your 15-month-old, take the quiz and see if your child is meeting their developmental milestones. And we always say, as a parent, you know best. Trust your instincts. If you think something might be going on with your child, then talk to your pediatrician. Be relentless if you're concerned that your gut instinct is really the best. You can take the ASQ at makethefirst5count.com and or come see us at Early Steps, and we can do those evaluations and really help guide the family through the process of what they need to take care of their child. Because there's just way too many children. About 25% of the children who have a disability are not yet identified by the time they start kindergarten.
Oh, geez.
And we just need to change that. Now, last year, in St. Lucie County alone, we served over 500 families. So here we are in August this year, and we've already passed last year's full number. We're around 550 families for 2018 and still have so much more to go. So we are here the families are there who need us, and we just need people to reach out and trust your instinct as a parent and reach out if
And
you're
just maybe
concerned.
take the test
Yeah.
anyway. Did you? I mean, as a first-time parent, are you nervous? Like, are you
Oh
constantly
yeah,
like,
everything,
is
every
this
little
normal?
thing that he does, I'm constantly like, is this normal? Luckily, his daycare, she's been doing it for over 30 years, so she's very helpful and being able to assess. But this is such a great thing to have for parents. That I'm a worrywart, so any little thing that he does, he's starting to bite people right now, so we're working on that. So, is it normal? Is he going through the right stages? Especially when the pediatrician every time, gives you a list of he should be able to do this, and you focus so much on what they should be doing, and every child's different too.
Yeah.
So that's
really
big
important.
thing,
Every
yeah.
child follows a little bit different path. There's some ranges that typically it falls in, but if they don't fall in those ranges and they're eligible for early steps, then they can get all kinds of services from us. We have service coordinators who work with the family and make sure that the children get physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and those early intervention activities that they can do at home. And so we work very personalized with the family if there is a disability that is identified through the program.
And you said they can. Let's do the website again. What's the website to get this test, and how young does those tests range from?
Well, the Ages and Stages questionnaire is really like the gold standard. Pediatricians always recommend that families do that, and Easter Seals is hosting that on the MakeTheFirst5Count.com website.
Okay.
You can also link to it through our Easter Seals website, which is easterseals.com/Florida.
Okay.
And take the ASQ at home in the comfort of your own home, and it'll make a recommendation for you if your child, you want to watch this or something that you might need services for. And if your child is in that birth to 3, because Early Steps is, the federal program is for birth to 3-year-old infants and toddlers, you can come in and have a free screening and evaluation with our therapist. We have multiple locations around, we serve the 5-county area here, multiple locations where we do those evaluations in our offices or in other community partners around town. So you can give us a call, go to our website. But, as a parent, just trust your instincts, and you can take the screenings. There's a lot of screenings online, but we particularly like the ASQ, Ages and Stages
Have you
questionnaire.
done that before? A screening, or are you going to
No,
do
but
it now?
yeah, I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can do it in the privacy of your own home.
Yeah,
and
and it doesn't.
Yeah.
Is there any cost to the evaluations, or what?
There is not. It's a service that is provided by the state of Florida through the Department of Health, and we will do the evaluation. If a family has Medicaid or health insurance, we can bill those, but the families do not pay for it themselves.
Awesome. Very good. So that you will take insurance and all that kind of stuff too.
We can do that.
Okay. And how can the community at large help? If you don't have kids, I know you want to get the word out to please, take these self-evaluations, or if you have concerns or they're not where they should be according to the evaluation, reach out to you. And do they do that by phone?
They can call our local office here in Port St. Lucie. We're right over on US 1. It's 772-380-9972.
Okay.
They can find us on our website. And the Early Steps website for the state of Florida will also direct them to the Early Steps office that's closest to them. And they can find us. And, how can people help?
Yeah. What can the general public do?
General public can support our programs financially. Even though you're funded through the state, there's never enough funding for all the work that we need to do. There's an opportunity on our website to click that donate button. We would love for people to join us there. We're celebrating our 100th anniversary, and we'll be doing some special campaigns in 2019 to celebrate that. And down in West Palm Beach, we have our hallmark event of the year in January called Get Down to Business. And it's a business luncheon, and businesses or individuals can buy a table and come and hear our business speaker. Next year in January, an amazing man, Kyle Maynard, he was born with a congenital disability where his arms and legs stopped developing around the elbows and knees, but he has summited Mount Kilimanjaro. And he is a phenomenal athlete and amazing inspiration. And so he's the guest speaker at Get Down to Business down at the Kravis Center in West Palm Beach. So tickets and information for that is also on our website.
And give that one more time, too.
Easterseals.com/Florida.
Well, very good.
Awesome.
A lot of great things. That sounds like an interesting keynote speaker. I think I'll have to look into that.
Please do. Please join us in January.
Well, Sue, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything you do in the community. We're so glad to see you out and getting the word out, because I didn't know about these self-assessment tests. So that's a great thing, a great place for people to be able to start and feel comfortable on their own.
Yeah.
Very good.
Don't wait.
I know.
I won't.
For everyone.
All right, everybody, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Covering the Bases with the Mets. I'm Teresa Aronson. I'm here with my co-host this month, Lauren. Lauren is with the Mets organization, and she is also a leadership graduate. She went through leadership last year.
Class of 35, best class ever.
Yep, and you had great attendance, but then you had a baby in the middle of it.
Yes, I did. But then I did come to one
Yeah.
while I was on maternity leave, so
You
that's
did.
dedication right there.
Because we're going to talk about leadership. Yeah, it is. Her first-time mother, but she had another.
But then, yeah,
Caroline in her class had her second baby, and I think she was out like 3 whole days. This one was
Yeah.
out 3 months. Second baby just
I
like.
took that full 12 weeks.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Caroline had
She
it
came
on
back the next
Saturday
month,
and
yeah.
like was back on Thursday,
Yeah.
I think it was. So
Yeah.
she just bounced right back. But that's second baby.
Yeah.
First baby, you're a little nervous. Well, anyway, we've invited Eric Gill up. Eric is usually the voice in the audience. But Eric is in leadership this year.
Class 36, best class ever.
Yes.
Best behaved class ever.
That is true.
I can't even say
I
that's
know,
wrong.
I
They
know.
really are the best.
And I think you said we were the worst.
I may have picked a favorite, and it was not your class. But no, I have to say we went to Tropicana just recently on Economic Development Day, and Scott Davis, who's worked there for decades and has conducted the tour, said something to me about being the best, this class being the best behaved, and then he said, I want to go through it. So
Oh, wow.
thanks to this class, because he said
Good.
they were so attentive and listened, and I was like, yeah.
But at Tropicana, we got free samples, so I assumed we could have free samples at Alamorada too.
Well,
And
you did.
We did. But you were worried about how many samples
Well,
I was
yeah,
gonna have.
She
right.
just doesn't
Rightfully
want to
so.
be liable for
I know.
anyone driving home.
Driving
We're
Yes.
not driving. We're in the
Yeah, the bus drops you off to your car. See, he doesn't
6
even know
hours
how that
later.
works.
I know.
I behaved.
Okay, yeah, everybody did.
Yeah.
It is a really good class.
It is.
All right, so are we going?
Yeah, we've been going.
Oh, may want to tell the people up here.
Yeah.
So yes, Isla
Morada.
Morada was a lot of fun, and it was Economic Development Day. And for those of you in the viewing audience at home, leadership is a year-long program, and we take a day each month. It's always the second Thursday. We do like Economic Development Day, Public Safety Day,
Tourism.
Education Day, tourism. We went out to the Mets. So we just go behind the scenes and learn everything there is to know about St. Lucie County. And I'm fortunate enough to be the facilitator, so I get to do it every year. And so I have excused myself from the trivia on leadership. I don't think it's very fair. You've all been through the class once. I've done it 10 times at least. So I'm going to ask the two of you some questions, some trivia that you probably should know if you were paying attention in leadership.
Okay.
All right, are you good? Everybody good? And just for everybody at home, if you are interested in leadership, the applications are online now. And you have till, I think, the middle of September 15th or so, to get your application in. But we only select 30 people. We have to turn away people every year. There is a cost, but it's well worth it.
It's
Even
worth it.
Eric,
It is.
you know,
You
Eric's
get
been with the
good lunch
county.
and everything.
Yeah, we feed you, but you've been with the county for a long time.
15 years, and I still learned, especially Economic Development Day. It was probably one of the best ones we had. You know, I've been to the aquarium and History Center a few
Yeah, yeah,
times,
yeah.
but it's also a great networking opportunity to meet some of the other people in the community and get to know them.
It is. I went with Linda Bartz and Candace Loop, Vice President of PNC. So you make some lifelong friends as well. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, here we go. We're going to
All
do some trivia, and it's stuff that you should know based on your
goodness.
experience in leadership. Oprah Winfrey. Oh, you're not writing yet. Good. Okay. Oprah Winfrey produced a movie based on the book of a famous author here
Oh,
from
goodness.
that's passed away here in Fort Pierce. What's the name of that book? I know the name
Oh.
of the
Oh.
author.
I don't know. Oh, wait.
What is the name of the book? I'll give you a half a point if you can write the author, but I feel like you all should know that,
I
right?
don't know.
All my leadership graduates know the author.
Wait, I can write the author.
There's the
Okay.
author. If you
There.
can
I just
read
know
my
Yeah.
handwriting.
Zora.
Zora, that's close, yeah.
What the heck does that say?
Their eyes are watching God.
Their Eyes Are Watching God is the
Oh.
name of the book, and it starred Halle Berry, and Oprah Winfrey produced it. And but you got Zora, so we'll give Eric 2 points.
Okay, just give me
Okay.
one.
All right. We'll give you one. Let's see.
Not good at
Some of these
history.
are kind of hard. How many artists were identified as highwaymen? I'll take whoever's closest.
Ugh.
Or you can have how many that are considered highwaymen. I'll take whoever's closest.
Mhm.
How many are considered?
Like officially, how many highwaymen are there? There were 9 original, but how many highwaymen do we officially recognize? It's more than
Oh.
9.
15?
Oh, Lauren says 15. Eric says 20. Does anybody in my leadership class remember? You remember the 9 original? It's 26. 26 highwaymen. So be checking your goodwills because there's 26 of them.
So,
you
do I get a point?
Yeah, you do.
The
Aw.
audience
okay.
said
It's
yes, okay.
Okay,
3 to 1.
I
okay.
almost put 30.
All right. Okay, we didn't go there during Environmental Day, did we? Oh, yeah, we did. During
I
our
missed
Environmental Day, we
Environmental Day.
visit the St. Lucie landfill and learn the eco-friendly ways to dispose of common household items. How do you dispose of fluorescent light bulbs?
I missed Environmental Day.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Okay, guess. How do you dispose of fluorescent light bulbs?
Do you break them?
I'm going to say no.
Oh, yeah. there's mercury in that. You don't
Oh.
want to do that.
Trash.
Okay, I can't. You said the trash, which is valid answer. What is yours?
Special containers, or the big box stores all have special containers that take them.
Well, that's not what my answer says here.
Well, that's correct.
That may be anecdotal information, but it says here you can call Waste Pro and they'll do a scheduled free curbside pickup.
Oh,
All right.
that is good to know. Not
Yeah.
that I have fluorescent light bulbs at my
But
house.
if you
Yeah.
go to like Home Depot and Lowe's, they have special containers for
They
them,
do,
too.
but you didn't learn that at the Waste Pro facility. You may have learned that at Home Depot.
No.
This is leadership. Stay in the lane.
All right.
All right.
I'll take fail on that one.
On Tourism Day, here's a good one for
Okay,
you, Lauren.
I was there.
On Tourism Day, we highlight our local attractions and tourism-related businesses. Port St. Lucie is the only one in the United States to have this. There is something you can do as a tourist, and tourists come from all over the world to this
got it.
place in Port St. Lucie, and it is the only one of its kind in the continental United States.
I have 2 options.
I think you're doing good.
I don't know if we went there on tourism.
What do you got?
I have the
You
I have
did
the
it?
Navy SEAL Museum.
Oh, well, that's
That's
the only one here, but
That's
that's
the only
not
one.
in Port St. Lucie.
Yeah, that's in Fort
But that's true.
That is true.
Yeah, but that's in Fort Pierce.
Oh,
but
I
Club
guess
Med
Club
that makes
Med.
sense.
is
You
the
said-
first. What, Kathy? You weren't going to say that? Oh, Kathy had a different answer. But Club Med is the only all-inclusive resort in all the continental United States.
Oh, in the United
Yeah,
States.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They have them everywhere else.
Yes.
But very good. All right, Eric, you got a point. I'm trying to find one that I know because she's like you just went through it, and it was a year ago.
I also
for
worked
Lauren.
in tourism, so
yeah,
I'm a better
that's
manager.
true. What local high school has agriculture and animal tech academy?
Not Fort Pierce.
Doesn't it?
It's Fort.
Not in the middle though. The other one.
I know.
Got the
Central.
audience on my side. I like
I
it.
know. I feel bad for Lauren.
No, I remember.
Plus, she's the sponsor.
Do you want me to take a dive? Is
Wait,
that
I
what
got
you're
it.
telling me?
I got it, I got it, I
Okay,
got it,
very
got
good.
it.
Yes, take a dive. Help me out here, Eric.
Westwood, right?
It
Yes,
is,
it's Fort
yes.
Pierce Westwood. They have an agriculture
But
F8.
they have the vet clinic, correct?
They
Yes.
do. They have
Okay.
vet tech. I think one of the classes had to wash dogs.
And that is why our pet-friendly
remember.
shelter is there.
Yes, pet friendly during
Hurricanes.
Oh.
emergency operation. Very good. Fort Pierce is the home to a specific sanctuary which saves a certain type of animal. What is the name of this sanctuary? It has the name of the animal in it. Well, you guys were right on that one.
She's
It's a very
came right
popular.
faster
Ooh, she
than
wrote fast too.
She did.
That's a very popular stop. Save the chimps. But
And
we
I
all got
didn't
to-
even go to it.
You didn't
again,
get to
I
go
missed
to
that
Save
day,
the
too.
Chimps?
That was the day I missed.
but it's very popular.
It is. The chimps were really active this past year. You guys missed a good one. All right, next up, during Health and Human Services Day, we visit this facility to highlight the importance of mental health awareness. They are the public facility for mental health.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
Lauren,
right. She
you
beat me
beat him.
to it. She did.
Very good. What's the
Just
score?
catching up.
Lauren
I don't know.
20, Eric 2.
I started to write Suncoast, and then
All
I
right.
had to correct myself.
All right, I am going to ask this one of the audience, and we're going to do it for trivia. Are you ready? Who can tell me? Raise your hand, and Flynn will bring the mic to you. During Public Safety Day, we visit the Public Safety Training Complex at IRSC and are able to watch the Fire District and Port St. Lucie Police Department do a demonstration of a SAVE scenario. Karen's from the Fire District, so I feel like she's going to answer this one, but what does SAVE stand for? Does anybody know what SAVE? It's an acronym, and we watched them do this demo. They do it out of Public Safety Force every year. Karen, you might be the only one that knows it, and you don't know it?
I don't even remember
Well, she doesn't
that.
work in the field, so she doesn't have to. I mean, don't
did
don't
they-
think you're not safe.
Yeah.
She works in administration. She's good. She don't have to.
She
She's in
spares it to give
finance.
you a
Yes,
call.
she can count how many letters are in there.
Did they tell us that when like Marty was going through the whole scenario?
They did.
I don't.
I'll give you the first word. The first word is swift. So they're going into a building,
Mm-hmm.
and when they go into the building, they're performing a save maneuver, and it's a swift,
Action.
Swift and
assisted.
I
Who said
assisted.
assisted?
Swift assisted.
They're saving somebody.
Rescue. No,
Very
that's
good,
it.
Robin got it. We're going to get there. It's going to be the rest of the show. How long we got? But we are going to get there. So far, we have swift. Very good. Robin gets it because she said it.
What was
Swift assisted victim extraction.
Oh.
See, you all learned something here at Covering the Bases
did.
today.
We did.
We are just. Well, you're going to get a $20 gift card to Berry Fresh Cafe in St. Lucie West for answering that correct. I mean, she got there faster than anybody. It was not a
Yeah.
fast process. It was not swift.
To be fair, you go through so much on the day. It's a lot. Like
You
you're
do.
like on the bus, off the bus, on the bus, off the bus. at the
You are.
place.
You
Yeah.
I haven't done that day yet. I'm excited.
Public Safety Day was my favorite day.
Public safety is always fun because we do a demonstration and the fire department does a save in a smoke-out building, and we do a SWAT demo. And
Can we use the defibrillators?
no, but they do
No.
those those
Spikes?
No, the other little
Flashbang.
flashbang things. They do those, and then of course we go to the jail, which is always interesting. I've been going for many years. I've seen a lot of things, and I do not want to go
Yeah,
there.
it makes you never want to
Yeah,
be there.
it does. And because you're in there with them.
Oh, yeah.
And we get to go to the Gary Morales
Yeah.
complex, and we shoot guns. So it's a great day. So that's a taste of what leadership is all about. If you all haven't done it and want to and are part of the chamber, we'd love to have you. But thank you to Eric and Lauren for being my victims in that trivia today, and the audience for participating. Congratulations to Robin Connor, because she's going to take home the gift card. What else do we need to tell them about this month? We're going to do another show, and hopefully it'll be airing around the same time. We're going to talk about the half-cent sales tax and what it means to residents in the area. So I'll be visiting with Franny Hutchinson tomorrow to talk about that. And Eric, of course, is the communications director here, so what else should we communicate since you're up here? Usually you just tell me from the wind, but you're here on camera, might.
Now you put me on the spot. I don't
I
have a
know.
script. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well,
Caught me off
Catherine's
guard.
telling me something that
Okay.
I'm
The
supposed to
Business and
remember.
Industry Awards
Yes.
event is September 26th at the Treasure Coast Lexus.
Yeah,
Starts at 5 p.m.
Yep, and the business, you're on the committee this year.
I sure am.
That's a chamber event. It's our biggest event, or it's a huge fundraiser for us, but we actually recognize so many businesses and their contributions to the community. We have about 400 guests out there at Treasure Coast Lexus, so we'd love for anybody to come. Anybody can
Anybody
come.
can come.
Yeah, yeah. But thank you for serving on the committee. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
It's been fun.
Good. What else do we got? I want to mention that as an ongoing fundraiser, and I need to say this, I don't say it a lot, the Chamber of Commerce is a private sector business, and I need to make sure that people are aware of that. So we are a nonprofit, we're a private sector, we are not publicly funded in any way, shape, or form. And our primary source of income for my staff and the programs that we do is membership. So if you're interested in membership, stluciechamber.org. But we have other ways if you're just a resident and you want to help out and you understand the advocacy that we work on. I mean, you're aware of how this is my third day at the county building because I'm doing a lot of advocacy right now. And so we have an online auction, and you can find it at stluciechamber.org. It's open to the general public, but we have Southern Salt Therapy sessions at Himalayan Salt, and golf foursome at PGA, a baseball,
A sweet usage.
a signed baseball.
Oh,
I think we
that
sold the
was another-
sweet
Oh, okay.
usage last month. Thank you for that. Thanks to the Mets. Acupuncture, Chick-fil-A basket, brand new Chick-fil-A import. But you can go on and bid on any one of these individual items, and they usually go for a fraction of the value, so I encourage you to do so. So if you feel like you want to help out, please go do that, or if you just want to take advantage of some great prices. Anything else we need to add? We're good?
No,
We're good.
one event the county's putting on coming up in October is the Procession of the Species event.
Oh, yeah.
The Oxbow Eco Center
Yep.
does that as part of the Indian River Lagoon Festival. And so there's going to be all kinds of opportunities throughout the month of September for people. What it is they have a parade. Last year it went through the
The
event.
science,
The Science Festival.
Yes.
This year they're actually going to go through downtown Fort Pierce and make
Yeah.
it a real parade. And they're going to have people on stilts and make animal costumes. And so they'll have events at the Oxbow. So just search Procession of the Species for information about
if
the
you can
events. leading
spell
up.
procession.
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 Yeah.
Procession.
Or just go to the oxboweco.com.
That's probably
Yeah.
easier.
and find it on there.
Oxenbow.
Oxbow, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a nice event.
Yeah.
And very
It-
interesting.
Last year was the first year we did it, and then it was well attended, so we're going to do it again this year.
Great. Very good. And with Mets out of season and
Out of
spring training not
season.
starting yet, so probably
Kinda-
not too much going. You get a little bit of a break, huh?
A little bit of a break, yeah, which is nice. So, but spring training will be right around the corner before we know it.
Yep.
So,
And we'll make all kinds of announcements about it.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank Jimmy Johns. We had him on last month.
Yeah,
and he was
he's
a great guest, and
He's
he
awesome.
former St. Lucie Met.
Mhm.
And so Jimmy Johns is our sponsor for lunch. So we give away free lunch to anyone that joins us. There's plenty of subs out there. And thanks to Mike and Flynn and Eric for having us here. And a big thanks to our audience. This is
Yeah.
one of the biggest audiences I've
Yeah.
seen in
Awesome.
a very long time. So thanks to all of you for coming down. Remember, this is the third Monday of the month at 12 o'clock, free lunch. And check out a full chamber of events or schedule of events at stluciechamber.org. Thanks, and have a great day, everybody.